in Ohio. One moment, and I will tell you.
Need something
We have Greg Landsman.
is that
Nate
is it
Joyce.
is that a Republican?
Okay. Um, no, he's a Democrat.
Okay, we're looking for.
We have
Go ahead.
Jim Jordan, Robert Latta, Max
Mm.
Miller, Warren Davidson, Michael Turner, Troy Balderson, David Joyce, Mike Carey.
Are all those Republicans?
Yes.
Okay, what was that last one you just said?
You look for Mike Carey?
Yeah, Mike Carey. Let me try. What is he anyway?
This is Congressman Mike Carey of Ohio's 15th Congressional District. Thank you for calling my office, and I'm sorry we missed you. Please leave us a detailed message and be sure to include your name, number.
Yeah, I know Mike Carey. He don't even care to even answer the damn. See, look at this, man. Wow, Mr. President of these United States. You know why people don't say anything? Right here, man. I'm showing you.
You've reached the United States Capitol Switchboard. Please say the name of the senator or representative that you are trying to reach, or say I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Which are you trying to reach? You can say senator or representative.
I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, I was unable to help you today. Please hold for a Capitol Switchboard operator. Hey, Capitol operator, let me direct your call.
Hi, young lady. How are you?
Good, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Well, I could lie to you and I could say I'm good, but no, we have a bad problem. I'm trying to
Okay.
find somebody that actually gives a crap about we the people. What do you have in Ohio for Republicans?
For Ohio, let's see. Give me one moment here. Now, I do have Congressman David Taylor.
No, that's that.
Jordan.
Dave Taylor is top of the list at being a problem, but go ahead and give me Jim Jordan. I won't.
Jordan.
Yeah, he will not answer the phone. He never does because he's busy all the time. But
Okay.
I'll call at least leave him a message. That way he can't say nobody let him know because I'm gonna let him know again.
Sure. Now, did you want to go down the line for the other Republicans, or you just want to go to Jim Jordan?
No, just go ahead and give me Jim Jordan, and then I'll call back and we'll try another one after because it's just going to be an answering machine.
With Jim Jordan, I believe so, but I can try to get you in with someone. Let me see if I can consult the call. Give me one moment.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let me see here.
Wow. See what I mean? These guys are always spectacular. See above and beyond, man. They're rock stars. And then I have like that one young lady earlier. It's like, really? See, we're learning here. That's cool. So what did she say anyway? She said she'd anyway see if she could get somebody on. That's cool. What'd she say? Consult the call or something? Have to go back, play it back, and see what she said. Mozart.
Thank you so much for patiently waiting. So, sir, I did call the office. Now, it does give you an option to put your zip code in, but because I don't have a zip code for Ohio, I just selected option 2, which is if you're not a representative. And then it gave me a voicemail, and it asked me to leave a message and leave my personal information, like my phone number and my address. Not the address, but my zip code and everything else, so they can call back. So I was unsuccessful, unfortunately, getting a staffer on the line. I do apologize.
No, that was really cool that you even took the time to do that. That was really awesome. Yep.
Well, thank you. Well, I wanted to make sure we can at least try, but at least we
Yeah, I'm going to leave a message, and that way he can't claim that he didn't know anything about the issue. So,
Sure.
all right,
Well, let's do that. Okay, one moment.
thanks again. Great job.
Sure. Have a nice day. Thank you for calling the Washington, D.C. office of Congressman Jim Jordan, representing the 4th Congressional District of Ohio. Please listen carefully to the following options. If you are a resident of the 4th Congressional District of Ohio and know your zip code, please press 1. If you're not a resident of the 4th Congressional District of Ohio and would like to leave a comment, please press 2. For all other business, please press 3. Thank you for calling the Washington, D.C. office of Congressman Jim Jordan. Your message is very important to us. Please leave your name, address, the message you want to pass along to the congressman, and a phone number, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is James Preston, and my phone number you can reach me at. Now, I understand that this is not the district of the 4th district, but it is the District of America, and it is the District of Ohio. Jim, I think you're amazing, man. What a rock star you've been at, really, really giving them hell for we the people and standing up for us and stuff. You're doing an awesome job. However, there's a major problem. I can't get my message through to the representative here in District 2 of Ohio. So give me a call if you give a shit, and I'll tell you all about it. Oh, whatever. Son of a bitch.
Your message was sent. Thanks for calling. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. Okay, now let's just keep calling. By golly, we'll find somebody, or we'll wear somebody's ear out. Hell, if they want to contend with.
The United States Capitol Switchboard. Please say the name of the senator or representative that you are trying to reach, or say I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Which are you trying to reach? You can say senator or representative.
Not sure.
I'm sorry, I was unable to help you today. Please hold for a Capitol Switchboard operator. Capitol operator, may I help you?
Hello, how are you? Good. Oh, well, I'm a little frustrated. I was kind of hoping you would give me some help. I am in Ohio, and I done called Mike Carey. That's answer machine. I called Jim Jordan. That's answer machine. And I'm actually trying to get some help with a lot of them. Actually, all of them. I mean, we the people are supposed to be able to contact a representative to get a message out. But that's not what they're doing. So all these people are getting paid money by we the people, and they're not doing what it is that they're getting paid to do. So if you will find me another Republican besides Mike Carey or Jim Jordan in Ohio or Dave Taylor, that's who the duelist dude is that I'm actually calling about. So what names you got down through there for me?
For whose office?
Yeah.
No, sir, for whose office?
Oh, well, I just need a Republican in Ohio.
Okay, let me see. I have John Houston.
What's the name?
John Houston and Bernie Moreno.
John Houston. Yeah, go ahead and connect me with John Houston there, and then.
Okay, one moment.
Thank you. I ought to start asking them what's 5 key points that they done last week. Husted.
Please leave your name and callback number after the tone. Your call will be returned during normal business hours. Thank you and have a nice day.
Yeah, John, my name is James Preston, and you can give me a call back. All right, we'll keep on. I left a message there for John Husted. Left a message. Oh, looky, Mr. President. Looky, Mr. President. You can't get a hold of nobody that actually gives two craps, man. I don't care what the message is.
You've reached
You ought to be able to get it across.
confirming that was Representative Deborah Ross. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Please hold while I connect your call. Hi, you've reached the office of Congresswoman Deborah Ross. How can I help you?
Hey, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Well, I'm not very good. Deborah Ross. What is this? Deborah Ross?
Listen, do you mind real quick if I just get your residential address?
Why is that?
We just need to confirm constituency for everyone who calls.
Oh, yeah, I'm an American. Yeah.
Sorry, we just need to confirm constituency.
What does that mean? I don't understand what that means.
We just need a residential address to confirm that you're within North Carolina's 2nd District.
Yeah, I am. Second, Ohio, right?
No, not Ohio, sorry.
Well, no, don't hang up. No, don't.
I'm afraid I have another call coming in.
No. I am an American. I don't want you. You see that, man? What was her name? Deborah what? I can't even remember what her last name was. Deborah Ross. Okay. Okay, she's 2nd District of somewhere. I don't even know what state. You know what? Let me see. Here's what we'll do. North Carolina, huh? Yeah, Deborah Ross, North Carolina, please. Oh, I gotta get a better pen or something.
It's Congresswoman Nancy Mace.
Who is this?
The office of Congresswoman Nancy Mace.
Nancy Mace. Oh, well, how are you today?
Doing good. How can I help you?
Well, it is Nancy. How do you spell her name? Nancy Mace, Mace.
Yes. How can I help you?
What state is she in?
South Carolina, sir. How can I help you today?
Am I aggravating you, son?
No, I'm just.
Well, you sound like you're aggravated. And what do you think you're there for? You're there to listen to me. What are you doing?
I have 3 other calls on the line, sir.
You know what? But I called you first. Okay? And you.
All right, I'll put you on with someone else, all right?
No, well, you know what? What is your name? Hello?
This is the office of Congresswoman Nancy Mace.
Yeah, who am I speaking with? Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can now. Thank you. Who am I speaking with? Hello? Well, I know you can hear me. Who am I speaking with?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Who am I speaking with? Oh, they're going to play it. Hello? It's so sad. Who am I speaking with? Now, see, if you couldn't hear, why would you stay on the phone that long? Hello? They can hear. They're pretending like they can't hear. Hello? 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 You see, you wouldn't stay on the phone that long. If you couldn't hear somebody, you would have already hung up. So we know that they're on there, right? All right. Now they hung up, right? Hello? Yep. The game plan is unbelievable, man. Just absolutely unbelievable.
To answer the call, press 1.
Hello?
Hey, this is the office of Congresswoman Nancy Grace. It looks like we got disconnected and I want to get you a call back.
Well, I appreciate that. Who am I speaking with?
My name's Josiah. How can I help you today?
With Josiah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Josiah, what state is it?
Well, this is South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay. I need some help. And what I need help with is I am trying to figure out what to do about we the people are not able to get a message through to these people that's saying that they're representatives. And I know that every office that you call, they say, we're not supposed to hang up on constituents, aka we the people, which is just a given. You shouldn't hang up on we the people because that's why you guys are there, to hear our voice. The reason you guys are there is to take whatever our wants or desires, our concerns, to Congress, and that is the representative. But we are being blocked by the answering people or the answering machines, and we're being vetted and screened out by the elected representatives, and it has to stop. I've been hung up on by people that says, well, those people that you're in a different district, or well, you're not here, you're not there, whatever. But it's all America, and this is a unified problem that we're having. Because if nobody, and I'm talking nobody, can call and get a message to the representative, we're in trouble. And there's nobody so far that wants to help, but I'm on a mission, and I will see this through to the end. So everybody that hangs up on me, we the people, me the people, and everything, they can see it on YouTube, King James Preston on YouTube, and because this is going to stop. We can't get a message to Congress. That's why you guys are there, is to take messages from we the people. And all of these people that's answering the machine, the human answer machines, are taking it upon themselves to hang up. But here's the thing: it's not your fault. It's not your fault, and it's not the other answer machine's fault. It is we the people's fault, because we're not going to leave in somebody that is telling the answer machines that they don't want to be bothered or something. Does Deborah tell you, or Nancy, does she tell you, like, if somebody calls, don't bother her with it, just get rid of them?
No.
Okay. Well, is Nancy, is she a Democrat, Republican, Independent? What does she do?
She's a Republican, sir.
Okay. Well, there you go. Now, see, I didn't know that, but you calling back, that kind of gave me a little bit of hope that it was a Republican, which I am also. I don't know how anybody else would be Democrat. And yeah, this is absolutely insane what's going on. Look, our president that we elected is in there kicking butt and taking names, and we've got all these people that's getting fired off and stuff now. Why? Because they don't know their job. They don't even know how to do it. And now it is based off of merit. That means, can you do the job? Are you willing to do the job? Are you capable to do the job? Do you care about doing the job? Okay, well, it's so clear to me that we don't, because I have already amassed like a small call list right now of just talking to answer machines, can't talk to nobody, or I'll get a hold of a human answer machine that hangs up on me. So I do appreciate you for calling me back. And your name is what? Josiah. I apologize, Josiah. I'm just a little bit frazzled right now because like I said, Josiah, I am on a mission, and I have been. This is like I don't know, a week now, that because from time to time, whenever I can get an opportunity, I'm getting on here and I'm trying to. I will get a hold of the right person. Eventually, I'll talk to the President of the United States. There's no doubt in my mind about this, or somebody, because there's no way that he's going to like what he's going to find out when he sees this. No way, because see, our president went further than just, he didn't say we're just going to make America great again. He said we're going to make it the golden age. And we're going to go way beyond just better than good or amazing. Like, we're going to make this the golden age. Now, he's already proven that, because he's going to get back the Panama Canal. They blowed the agreement. They did not do what they were supposed to do with the Panama Canal. So rightfully so, take it back. And it's same way with the Gulf of America. That is the Gulf of America. I mean, it should have been Gulf of America all the way along, And all of the people that's going against what President Trump is trying to do is going to find out that they're going to be in a bad situation, because we, the people, that's where the mandate comes from. And it's right there in the word mandate. It's an order. That's what we have demanded of our representative of America, Donald John Trump, was to get this done. Now, we need jobs to be done by merit. Means people, and you guys are like in an amazing, prestigious position. I mean, you get to hear people whenever they call in, and get that message through to the representatives. I mean, that's like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're all good, sir. I'm just, I had a colleague next to me.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. But, so I need some help here. I'm looking for that person that whenever I'm talking with whoever it is that I get to, that I can say, Mr. President, or whoever it is, look, this was the one person, the first person that stood up and said, yeah, this is a serious problem, and it wants to jump in and help me to get some resolution for this. Because it has to stop. I mean, you can get on YouTube. I've got a channel. It's King James Preston on YouTube. And you can see all of what's happening here. I called the representative, Dave Taylor, and told him, 2nd District of Ohio, and I told the answer machine that I wanted a direct response back from Dave Taylor. Well, whenever I got an email that says that it's from him, it's me talking, that it's Dave Taylor talking, because the letter says that. But then whenever I called back and I done a little bit of questioning about, because it didn't read right to me, then in fact I found out, and AJ, the answer machine, admitted that he was the one, along with the rest of the staff answer people there, was the ones that in fact wrote it. And Dave Taylor had nothing to do with it. And that's not the way that this is supposed to be. That is not at all how this, because when you ask for a direct response, that's what you're supposed to get. So
I'm going to actually quickly step in, if you don't mind, sir.
No, go ahead.
I agree with 99% the Capitol as often as we are. We should be here once, no more than that. But we're so dysfunctional and we're so bureaucratic that we're here nearly every day of the month now, and it should never have been that way.
Wow. Look at you. Good
Now,
job.
I say that because I'm a constitutionalist and I don't like big government. I hate big government. And I love what we're seeing in the White House right now, and that's a step in the right direction. I think I'm nervous and scared, comfortable with how big the government was, and so I agree with you on that front too.
Yeah.
Now, the only front I kind of have a little bit of an issue with, and I don't want to argue with you at all, and I'm not trying to, so maybe you'll see my side here. A member of Congress has, Congresswoman Mace alone has 630,000 constituents that she needs to represent.
Okay.
And writing a personalized response to each of her constituents would be a very, very strenuous process, and honestly, not really feasible, especially given how many people would want to reach out to her. We have 600,000 followers too, so for everybody who calls us and texts us and messages us and say, hey, I want a personal response straight from the Congresswoman, that's a lot harder for us to do. Now, what we do is we have staff who would write a letter on the Congresswoman's behalf or on the staff's behalf and say, hey, this is the legislative director of our office. I run the Congresswoman's priorities. Here's what we know about this issue. Here's how we can help you. It would be amazing if the members of Congress can write back individually, and that's the way it was supposed to be. But unfortunately, realistically now, with how big the U.S. has gotten and how much social media has been able to drive traffic across the world, it's a lot harder for us to do that.
All right, Josiah, I appreciate that, and I kept still so you could say your piece. I didn't want to interrupt you.
I appreciate that too.
No, and man, I really hope that once you have a little bit more underneath your collar there, that you actually run for something, because you're almost there. Now, can I fix that 1% that you have a problem with that you said? And you said it really respectfully, and I really appreciate that. I mean, it's well said what you did. But let me tell you the problem with it. Okay, if you receive a letter from me and it says, dear Josiah, in regard to your, here's, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, and I put sincerely, James Preston, who's that letter from? That's right. Came from me, right? Okay. So that's in fact what happened. Okay. When I read a letter, now just stay with me just a second, because I hope that you're one of them, like once something showed to you that you can honestly say, oh, okay, I get it. And then grow and go onwards and upwards, because you sound brilliant to me. And I really hope that you go on to run for something. But I'm telling you, is that your fault or my fault or anybody else's problem, whether or not there's 6,000 people to respond to? Now, hold on. Before you even get to that, listen to this. Maybe that's the part that we need to fix. Smaller government. But if you can't get your voice out, brother, do you understand that is the most important thing in our country, is your voice and my voice? That's the most important thing. That's why you're sitting there. That's why those representatives are there. Now, we have all of these FBI and so on and so forth, where they just hired, how many was it? 86,000. Yeah. See, look at you. Good job, man. Like staying up on this. Good job. Thank you, Josiah. But what I'm saying here, okay, take away those jobs, but put in more representatives, because it's not that doesn't fall on me to, actually it does. Everything falls on us, and that's why I'm doing this. But what I'm saying is, if they're saying 6,000 people we can't respond back to, then we need more representatives. You see what I'm saying? And here's another thing. Think about this. How many times do you get a call each day? Tell me truthfully. How many calls do you get a day where they say, I want a personal response? Virtually about 10 to 15. There you go. So with today's computers and everything else, because remember, the job is not for them to swat away and say, oh, 10 of them a day. Oh, my goodness. I could do that in the blink of an eye. I mean, we've got email. We've got, all these systems and ways that we can literally AI now. Shoot, you could put a response out yourself, which I definitely wouldn't want to do AI. But the reason why I said AI is because you could have, like, when the people actually called, like, who to respond to first. So if you're talking about 10 people that ask for a response, a personal response each day, that ain't nothing. You could do that in just a few minutes time. And if somebody is sitting there like yourself, see, because I can tell you actually give a damn, you called me back. You was the first one. But then you are also knowledgeable, and you also are saying things that actually have a lot of common sense to them. And I mean what I'm telling you. I really hope that you go on to get in there, because we need people that actually give a damn and that wants to correct things and don't just say, well, that's not mine. Well, of course, all of this is ours. It's mine. Like, we the people, like, do you see what I'm saying? Because you don't want somebody to tell you, well, we know that the Americans' voice, we the people's voice, you the people's voice, talking to me, we know that that's why we're sitting here and that's the most important thing. But I'm sorry, Mr. Preston, we can't take that because there's 6,000 people. And if we would take your message, well, we'd have to take 6,000 other people's message. Well, guess what? So my point is, you cannot say, well, let's just stop the people's voice because there's too many for us to. No. That's backwards. That's the tail wagging the dog. It can't be that way. It has to be the other way. The thing that has to be said is, okay, there's a lot of people that we need to get their message from. So what do we have to do to get that message? Because that message is the United States of America. That's like telling your boss, well, you know what? There's too many bosses and I just don't want to deal with the boss. So how can we get rid of the boss? You can't get rid of the boss. He's the boss. That's why he's got the title of boss. We the people. Right. Okay, now I'm using that word with you, Josiah, but I'm actually doing it with you very respectfully because man, I'm telling you, I really like you a lot. I really do. I appreciate you. We, the people, need more people like you that will reach out and understand that we have a problem here. Josiah, this is not a district problem. This is not even a state problem. This is a United States of America problem. And you can already see the problem right now. I know you can. So it's real easy for somebody to be combative against somebody that brings up an issue, because if you ever notice with people, what they'll do is if they don't know how to do or what to do about something, you know what the first thing is they do? They hang up, or they run, or they argue with you about why you're wrong. And what happens when you argue with somebody that has facts backing them? What happens? You can watch it all the time, just like with the liberal hangout or liberty hangout. So not liberal, liberty hangout. I don't know if you've ever watched that young lady or not, but you can watch all the Democrats and the liberals anytime, just like if you ask them, what is a woman? They have no response. They puck up and they walk away. They run away. Why? Because it's a fact. Okay, but I don't want us to fall into that category where that we don't know what to do about something that should have something, that's got to have something done about it, for people just to say, well, I don't know what to do about that, so I'm just going to argue with this guy, or I'm going to hang up on this guy, because that guy is we the people. And if you hang up on we the people, we're in trouble. We're in bad trouble. But you know who's ultimately going to lose in that? Because our president of these United States are showing people they will be the loser. They will be the one that is without a job, and just like that thing from Maine or whatever that thought that she was going to argue with our president of the United States.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, well, what happened to her? He shut her down real quick, you know.
Real quick.
Yeah. So, man, look at you. You're man. I now I'm not joking you. I want to tell you, I really appreciate you, Josiah, for standing with We the People, because it's one thing to sit in those offices and pretend like that. You give a damn when you really don't, and those people are so easy to figure out. But you called me back, and you've got great responses, and the fact that you're keeping up on true world events, like what's really happening, it says a lot about your character, and I appreciate you being in there.
Of course, and you're absolutely right, because I've been there in times where I'm on phone calls where I'm really in the mood to not hear some liberal come at me with some whatever they watched on CNN, and I just want to argue. I'm in the mood to argue, but I got to understand, no matter what, that I'm there to be serving them and to take their complaints, no matter how much it is or how long it is. I've been on phone calls for, I kid you not, sir, 2 hours. I was supposed to leave work at 5 o'clock, but I stayed on the phone until 6, and happy to do it. That's part of the game. It's part of what we do, and, I wish a lot more members. I like you said, you can call so many different members, and none of them will even answer their phones, not even their offices, not even their staff. It's absurd.
I don't think that you are the kind that would mind at all if you was on the phone all day, because I'll bet even after you hung up the phone, after speaking with you just a short amount of time, Josiah, that I'll bet even after you ended the phone call that you went ahead without thinking about it and actually tried to resolve whatever issue that was.
You're exactly right, actually, and I can give you an example of that. We had a man reach out with some issues because Social Security and IRS, you know the lot. And he reached out to us and he asked for help, and at the time, the best I could do was direct him to our district staff to get him casework and whatnot. But instead, I was, I did direct him there eventually, but I said, I'll ping the district staff ahead of time. I'll get them all the documents that you sent me so they can be ready for it, and we'll get to this fast track for you. So, yeah, and then if there's a phone call 10 seconds later, I'll pick it up again,
Yeah, now, I'm going to ask you this, and really, really, I'm going to ask you a question, and I already think that I'm almost positive I can tell you what the answer is, but if you will, I would like you to answer it truthfully between just you and I and YouTube. What is Nancy Mace like?
Okay, yeah. So truthfully, she's a firecracker, and that can be an amazing thing because
Nancy Mace, South Carolina.
The issues that she is passionate about, and every day is like, I'm so glad I don't work at like a cubicle type of job. I'm so glad I get to work for Congresswoman Mace in South Carolina, because no day is the same, and it just keeps me on my toes. It keeps me really busy, and I love our constituents too. I'm not saying that just for you, sir. I'm saying it because I have some family down there too, and I just love South Carolina, and man, she's an incredible wife. She's fun, she's different, and she's herself, and I love that.
Well, I actually, while you was bragging her up, I pulled her up and I got her right here on the TV right behind me now. And this was like 5 months ago or whatever. She's wearing a pink dress. But I'll tell you something that immediately stands out to me is I absolutely love her necklace. She's dressed very well and respectfully, and she has a very pretty cross that she is wearing that tells me that she's God-fearing, and I love that. And you see, we got to have rules and regulations and stuff, but what I need help with, and it sounds to me like that you could be a tremendous help to me here, but if we could get Nancy Mace to help with this, we have to fix this problem. This, like I said, this don't, and you understand this fully. I can tell. This is not. This ain't an Ohio problem. North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Maine, Michigan. It doesn't matter. This is an American problem because I have so many people, subscribers, and just other people alike that I talk to. When I get a chance to speak with them, just in person, like off of the, or even recording, we're all in agreement of this exact same thing. That this has to. But I'll ask them, well, why don't you call the representative? And do you know what? Most of them tell me, and I'm not joking. You would not believe how many people tell me they have a problem. They start talking to me about it, and the first thing I ask them is, what have you done about it? And they'll say, well, what can you do about it? And I say, that's a problem. We have to let the people know that you...
It's incompetency.
What's that?
It's incompetency.
Really, what I'm getting at here, Josiah, is that they don't understand the first thing that they should do when they have a problem or an issue is call their representative. But the people that I talk to that know to call the representative, they tell me that they don't waste their time. And for
yeah. So I was thinking that's what the staff said to you on a phone call. I don't know what to do. That right there now.
Oh, no.
You're exactly right, because they feel so rejected by wanting to come to their representatives that they don't even bother. They don't even want to go through that process because it's been such a complicated bureaucratic process that pretty much they're afraid of it because they don't want to go down that rabbit hole of, oh my gosh, now I gotta wait even longer. That makes more sense.
You know what? I appreciate that you said that because you literally said exactly what I was going to tell you. So without me having to say it, that's exactly what they tell me. Why bother? You can't get a hold of them, or if you do, then they hang up on you. And for the longest time, I'd been telling all of them, no, you got to just call and you got to do this. And I was being lied to all the way along because they was literally telling me, yes, we delivered your message. And you can go back and you can look at some of my past videos and stuff. It's at King James Preston on YouTube. Another easy way to find me is just to look up James Preston, Hey, I Like Your Hat. And that's because I started wearing my Trump hat way back when it supposedly wasn't cool to wear your Trump hat. I always thought it was cool to wear my Trump hat. But the story goes with that real quick, Josiah, so you'll understand where that comes from, is when I put on my hat and everybody else, was talking about, cutting their children's genitals off, and they was talking about, these hormone blockers, and they wanted to praise the alphabet people and let boys in women's sports and so on and so forth, when all the garbage really started, and that's when I started wearing my Trump hat. And I would go in somewhere to a restaurant or Walmart or anywhere, wherever I was at, and I would literally have almost everybody would be looking at me because of my Trump hat that I had on. And I can't tell you how many people would come over and they'd be looking over their shoulders and looking, and then they'd sneak over next to me real quick. And I'm not joking you. These are full-grown men and women and kids that would come over and whisper to me. They'd say, "Hey, I like your hat." And they'd whisper it to me. And I would say, well, why are you whispering that? Why wouldn't you, where's your hat? Where's your, but once I seen that we the people were woken up, and that we, woken, not woke, of course. But once I seen that America was, getting wind of what was going on, stuff, when they started talking about that our president was like Jesus, and they started calling, then that's when I stopped wearing my Trump hats. But I would proudly put one back on or whatever because our president understands that he was given a mandate and he is absolutely doing the right thing. He could have went for revenge and all that stuff, but he's not doing that. Which honestly, I wouldn't blame him if he took out a lot of revenge after, because they was trying to stifle you and I, Josiah. They didn't like us, brother.
No, for too long, yeah.
And it
8 years they tried.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Good for you for saying 8 years. That's really perfect too, because see, 2020, we know that was nothing but a scam and a lie. Biden was a put in, and anybody that don't understand that just clearly don't want to go back and look at the facts and the evidence of that. I mean, you tell me why or where it would be okay for one dead person to vote, let alone hundreds of thousands. You know, on what planet is that okay? But then to shut down in the middle of the night, just shut down the election. No. And you know, but that takes us down like a big man. I'd love to have a rap session someday with you about that, Josiah. That's really good.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, we really, you know, I've actually watched Nancy here before, and you're right. She is a firecracker. She's very, very bright, very with it, and she's always right on point. And I didn't even recognize her until after I pulled her up. But do you think that you could get my message to her that I really need some help with this? We the people?
So, yeah, 100%. So here's what I can do for you, sir. You know, you and I, we're talking now, and this is my personal cell phone. Just so you know, I'm not calling you back on the office number. You know, this is my personal cell.
Okay, don't say your number. I'll cut it out. You're not going to say your number, are you?
No, I won't. I won't if you don't want me to.
Okay. No, I don't want you to. Hold on, hold on. Actually, we'll take a break. I'll hold on just a minute, Josiah. All right. Thank you for that, Josiah. I appreciate that very much. But what I was going to tell you is that if we have people that, like yourself, are not just hanging up the phone and they actually care about that, look, that's what we need. You have people that says that they want to be a school teacher. Well, why you want to be a school teacher? Well, they got good benefits. That's wrong. Or what about this? Hey, Josiah, I heard you're going to be flying to I don't know, Florida or wherever. I'm not sending you to California. Sorry about that. But
No problem.
but you're going to get on a plane with somebody that's just on there because of DEI or something like that, instead of, so you're going to get somebody that's on there because they happen to be a female or immigrant or something like that, and they're just put in there instead of somebody. It's like, well, here's pilot so and so John Weatherberg or whatever, and he's been flying planes for 30 years, and you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's really competent to fly that plane. Who do you want to fly you? You know, don't put in no DEI or DNI or whatever it's called. Give me the dude that knows how to fly that damn plane and that actually cares about planes. And that's that's the feeling that I'm getting from you too, Josiah. And man, I got to tell you, you're far and few in between. But you know what? This is what Trump is doing. Why do you think that he's not just grabbing everybody and just throwing them in there like Cash Patel and all that? He knows all these guys. He's like picking out, and what a dream team. In my
Oh, dream team indeed. I mean, this is literally the biggest upgrade we could have gotten from, you know, a year ago. I mean, we have more incredibly smart and qualified women in the White House. You know, Cash Patel, you know, worked in DNI. I mean, he is just an incredibly smart guy. You know, of course, they all come with their faults.
yeah, well,
The media will tell you that those faults trump their qualities, the good qualities that they have. But you know, we can't believe that lie. They're going to do whatever they can to tank the entire situation right now. And to what you were saying, this is the drink training. I'll let you keep going.
Yeah, well, they have, I think he was like pointing out the amazing, brilliant women that we have. Like, I mean, think of all these really super intelligent American women that we have that are doing amazing things. Like AOC right now, like she's amazing. Did you see how she's standing up and she's fighting? She's fighting for all of those illegal aliens to absolutely go against we the people that said that we don't want them here. Yeah, ain't she doing a great job? She's doing a great job of being treasonous and abetting all of these. You didn't know where I was going to, did you? I kind of set you up on that. But
No, you're not wrong. And I do for legal reasons because I work on Congress. I cannot agree, but
I got you. So some things are said without saying it, brother. Hey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG. I hate it when they abbreviate people and stuff, but man, Marjorie Taylor Greene is absolutely a whoop ass, and we've got so many brilliant ones in there that it. And see, right here, you and I are discussing exactly the way it should be. Merit. You know what? It doesn't matter to me if it's who it is. If they have their head screwed on right, they have common sense, and they give a damn, that's who we want in there. That's who we're going to have in there. Look, why do you think that Trump made it through all the garbage that they piled on him? Do you think that he would have stood a chance if we the people wasn't behind him? All the money that he had doesn't stack up to George Soros and all these other demonic assholes' money that they have. I mean, these are sick individuals. They have no kind of feelings except for just for themselves. It's all about got gain for them. So, but as you well know, I don't even have to ask this. Josiah, I know this for a fact. You know, and I know, and we out here, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. We know that the Democrats had way more money backing them than what Donald Trump did. Now, the problem that they had is they don't understand that it comes down to the power of the people. Now, wait a minute. Now, what does that mean when I say the power of the people? Does that mean that we all grab our pitchforks and our muskets or whatever else that we got out of the closet?
absolutely not.
No, what does that mean?
It means our voices. It means things like this where we can talk and we can come out and vote, because when we talk like this, we're able to share our opinions in a manner that is polite, that is intelligent, and honestly, I'm surprised. James, that's your name, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised bringing out Beyonce on the stage and having her do a concert where she twerked didn't get them more votes. I'm surprised that didn't work.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, well, what is that demon name that she goes by? She's got her demon name that she goes by. She can't be Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks. She can't be Sasha Banks 24/7. Out of her own mouth, she even said that. She said, I can't be Sasha Banks 24/7. So that's literally a demon,
Oh, and that's Hollywood for you. I mean, we could talk about that for another 3 hours another time.
Well, here's the thing. When is there a better time? We had better start talking, and we better start doing our walking. We better start putting our hands on the plow and get to plowing, which is exactly what I am really, really wanting your help over, Josiah. You could be like the key player in helping us to achieve this, because it's that important. Like you just said, it's we, the people's voice, is the power. Okay? But if we're being hung up on or suppressed, or it's not suppression. Suppression is when you just hold it down. No, this is blatant cutting it off, but I'd go so far as to call it treason too, because if you have somebody that is pretending like that your voice is getting somewhere, but then they twist it around and stuff, and then make it out like that your message was there. I mean, that's.
Well, I'll give you an even worse example. We had an intern a long time ago. We since fired him. Who we said, all right. He said, okay, ma'am or sir, I'm going to take these notes down, and I'll be sure to let the congresswoman know. He would just sit there at the desk, twiddling his thumbs and spinning around a pencil, not taking any notes. And that is unacceptable. That is lying to the constituent. That is telling the constituent that they're concerned, that they're passionate about. Whether you believe they're right or they're wrong, you're telling the constituent that their opinion is going to get to the congresswoman, and you didn't even take a note. You couldn't bother yourself enough for your constituents, the people that you work with. You couldn't take a note down, 30 seconds of your time. You know, it's
He's right.
appalling. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Exactly what you just said. If you get a moment, go and check out my channel. And if you hit the subscribe button, it wouldn't hurt my feelings none. But if you go back and if you look my channel, I don't have a bunch of subscribers and stuff right now, because I talk about this stuff right here, which is what people don't really want to talk about. This is not fun. But this right here is the conversation that we're having, is what the people, why they finally stood up and give our president the mandate that was given. And it wasn't just, look, you know, they done a really good job of making that look like it wasn't the absolute blowout landslide that it was. And that's the press for you. The press. That's not the press. That's the I don't know, what is it Donald Trump calls them? The lying media.
The lying media, the lamestream media.
Yeah. Yeah, lamestream media. Yeah. And because they don't want to do anything that's fact or do anything that actually moves us forward. What they want to do is they want to dwell and twist things or whatever, and make things worse. And I have the hardest time trying to figure this out, Josiah, how it can be that Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi and the rest of them, that they take this goofball Zelensky and have a meeting before he goes into the White House and was going to sign the deal and stuff. And you know what deal was there was it really a deal? I don't see it as a big, I don't see it.
It wasn't a deal. It was a gentleman's agreement. It was a handshake, and it was just a phony, for pictures. It literally, you're exactly right. Absurd that they would surpass the president and try to do something like that. And luckily, Zelensky got his ass handed to him. In the Oval Office.
Well, if there was a deal, the only deal that could be called a deal would be on Zelensky's part, because his deal is they found $1 billion in his personal account. Well, if he's got that kind of money, why don't he fund his own?
Where do you think he got that money?
Oh, exactly. Very good. Yes, Josiah. There you go, man. Right on. No, you're 1,000% right. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's right on. That is our money. And here's what I think. If we go ahead and work with Putin and figure out something to do with Ukraine or whatever, say you can have what you've already taken or whatever, leave the rest to us. And if Putin's got a little bit of minerals that goes across the line or something, maybe we can work with Putin there, and all of us have a more peaceful place, because Zelensky afterwards says that he thinks this is going to go on for a long time, and Trump,
Very long time,
yeah, and yeah, you're right, very good, a very, very long time. So and that's an important correction right there, what you just did, because he said very, very long time, meaning that he wants it to, he strongly wants it.
I mean, and we're never gonna get to a place of peace if we keep throwing money and adding fuel to the fire. We're just not. That's the hard reality, that too many Ukrainians have absolutely lost their lives. And you know what? You're not going to find a peace treaty if you start insulting the hell out of Russia. You're not going to be able to do that. They're not going to want to come to the table and try to find a peace treaty with Ukraine.
Well, I got to tell you, I found a lot of respect, a few different ways for Putin. That's not popular to say, but I'll say it, and I'll say it loud, and I'll say it proud. Because even Trump pointed out one of the huge things to me was that when they was saying Russia, Russia, Russia with the laptop and everything else, hey, Putin didn't jump in there. He didn't, cross borders, and he didn't try to start no whatever. He just kind of, when he was asked, he said his piece about it, but he didn't cause no, he stayed very, very calm and reserved about the whole thing, and let, Trump work that out and stuff. But he could have jumped in there and caused a whole bunch of other issues and stuff, but he didn't. And Trump, even if you watch, the meeting that he just had there, he even said, Putin's been through a lot with me. He said, I've been through a lot with Putin or whatever, because he stood by all this time while that, they was trying to blame Russia, Russia, Russia. And he was just very, laid back and just kept his peace when really he didn't have to. And I was shocked that he did. And that said a lot. But also, a lot of people don't even know this, but do you know during all this, when there was wanting to cut off children's body parts and stuff, and then they was trying to force vaccines, which they did on some people and stuff, unbelievable to me, but Putin actually extended an offer to you and I, Josiah, all of us, and said, hey, anybody, any American that wants to come over and be here and protected in Russia until this woke garbage, something is done about it, is welcome to come. And I thought that was amazing. And nobody talks about that,
Yeah, nobody.
Now, I'm not saying that he's, superhero or nothing. I don't know, but everything that I know about him, it has been pretty stand up. And he talks about God and morals and having, common sense and stuff, but he don't just talk about it, he does it also. But that's Russia. I'm going to jump back over across the ocean there that Zelensky threatened us. He said, well, you got that nice cushy, nice, beautiful little ocean there. And then that's what really pissed off Trump and any American that understood what he was saying, that he was actually threatening us by saying, well, you got the ocean for now. That's the key thing. He said, for now, the ocean is protecting you. For now. But it's coming to you is what he said. So, yeah. But if we could somehow get Nancy to understand what a huge problem that we have, she's going to be a rock star, I'm telling you. And you are too.
Yes, sir. I'll be sure to let the I think we're reaching almost an hour on this phone call.
Yeah.
I do have other work to do, but like I said, it's my personal. You text me anytime. I'll respond to you, man. I got you. And I'll be sure to take this to the Congresswoman. You and I just conversed for this long, and originally we were going to disagree there, but we found common ground, and we actually ended up agreeing a lot more things than I thought we would.
Well, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure we disagreed? Now, be fair to you and I. Make sure that you don't mistake that, because I'm not for sure where the disagreement come in. I think.
That 1%.
Well, I think maybe you just needed to be informed about something that you didn't really have the.
Yeah, that's valid. I'll take that. Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, because you and I haven't disagreed about anything. It's just, sometimes if there's things that's a certain way and you've never crossed that before, you just don't know. And sometimes just labeling something, and let me leave you with this, and then I'll get off here. But I'm going to leave you with this. If you have somebody that don't know what to do about something, Okay, so many people will say, no, that's not right, or no, that's I don't agree with that, and they will they will make it a disagreement when all the way along it should not have been a disagreement. Now, with labels, it's very important. And here's something that I always try to tell everybody. I've said it here on the channel, Steph. Do not call them leaders. If we the people are calling them leaders, you're messed up. You can't call them leaders. They're representatives. Only if they do represent. Now, if they're doing their own thing and they're stifling us, like they're not stifling it, they downright are not hearing us right now. They're cutting us off. They're killing our work. But you can't call the president or anybody your leader. I have a leader, and that's the Lord up above. That's my leader.
Amen.
But our representatives are the president. Now, that's not saying that Miss Nancy Mace is not a leader. She is when she's in that office to you guys. She is supposed to be a good leader to you guys. That's why she was elected, you know. And when you guys are in there, right, exactly. Man, I tell you what, absolute pleasure to speak with you, brother. Is there any way I could get your last name?
Yeah. So it's.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. We'll take a break. Hold on just a minute. So.
Probably should have looked that up.
Yeah. Anyway, brother, listen, I'm gonna let you go. If you don't mind, I will call you back tomorrow sometime. Are you working tomorrow?
I'm working pretty much all week. Friday would be a better time if you don't mind, man.
Friday?
Yes, sir. You're more than welcome to text me anytime you want.
Okay. Well, I'll probably call back tomorrow. If you're not available, you're just not available because this is something that's pretty important, you know. And when we're getting ready to go into World War III right now, because I don't know if you know this or not, but who is it, Germany or one of them's got nuclear, France, I think, has got nuclear weapons, and they're talking about having an umbrella for Ukraine now. Very interesting, right? Anyway, hey, listen, I truly mean this. Man, what a pleasure talking with you. It's very inspiring to me, and I look forward to talking with you in the future. So thank you so much.
I'm glad we could have this. I'm really glad we could have a conversation like this.
Yeah.
You know, it just goes to show that there's still some good out there.
Well, believe it or not, there's a lot of good because proof of that is we got Trump in there. We made it too big to rig. So you and I are like-minded, but there's so many people like the ones I told you that come over and whispered, "Hey, I like your hat." That happened to me all the time, and I couldn't believe it because somebody would walk away from me, and literally somebody else would come and do the same thing. And I was going to write a book, and then I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to start a YouTube channel because it'd be easier because where you have, like, if something changes in the future, you can't go and gather up all the books and rewrite a sentence in it like you can on YouTube or something like that. You can just say, hey, I found out there's something better, like you and I learned together today, right? So that's a wonderful thing. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Get that message to Miss Mace and tell her that I would be thrilled to death for any help that she could offer and give, because it truly has to happen. This has to happen. And I will talk to you. If I don't get to talk to you tomorrow, I will talk to you on Friday.
Yes, sir. That sounds like a plan.
Thanks, Josiah. Hey, God bless you, brother.
Have a good one.
All right, super guy, man. All right. Hey, listen, we really appreciate whenever we get a hold of somebody like that genuinely cares, you know. And he called me back, you know, which was huge. That I think that's a first, you know. Anyway, we will see if we can keep reaching out for just a little bit here. I've got some things to do, but nothing more important than what's going on right here, right now, right? So, anyway, God bless you. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.